Do keep in mind that, as you know, with the Lion's Gate portal, there's the emphasis on the idea of a gate, a doorway, yes? There was a question that was brought to us not so long ago about the ascension of your planet and the manifestation of higher dimensional versions of Gaia that are going to be somewhat similar to the version of Earth that you all remember as the previous version, but this new version will ultimately represent, again, more of the fourth density perspective, more of what you focus upon, more of what you concentrate upon, being your created experience. So that's what the Lion's Gate leads towards. As you know, you have gone from your Leonic season into your season of Virgo. So this represents ultimately the symbol of purity, the symbol of new birth, the symbol of new life. So this is that new earth, energetically speaking. As you get acclimated to that new earth, to that new timeline, you have manifested. The karmas of the old timeline will become glaringly obvious because you are at a point in the journey that is utilizing the Virgo earth power and the mercurial power to understand and to integrate and to ultimately release those karmas. Because as you know, it's a matter of making the karmas conscious and really understanding the faulty logic behind the negative karma, and of course, the higher logic behind the new karmas you're creating that are more relevant to the new earth. And when you can see that the old perspective really doesn't make sense for you, doesn't make sense for you to feed into it, for you to choose it anymore, for you to act it out, once you have really understood that, the actions will fall away that reinforce that. We remind all of you, there's various actions you can take that can reinforce a karma. Only one of those qualities of actions is physical. Remember, you can take actions on the etheric plane, on the astral plane, on the mental plane, on the spiritual plane, yes? So internally, when you are moved by something, yes, when you react to something, right, this is an action. It's just an internal action. The more physical the actions are that you take, the more you reinforce the karma. So it starts by withdrawing yourself from the physical actions that reinforce the old karma. Then it is a matter of withdrawing yourself from the energetic actions, then the imaginative astral actions, ultimately the mental actions, the thoughts, and then, of course, the spiritual actions. The spiritual actions that reinforce negative karma, these types of perspectives usually relate to belief systems of spiritual superiority, spiritual inferiority. So just to give you a small example of the types of themes that can relate to the negative karmas on the various levels. So the things that are coming up for you, this is what you're actually purging. This is what you're detoxifying. These are the cords that are being severed. And as those things are released, the Virgo perspective, the pure perspective, the dimension of you and all of you that can never be tainted, it shares its wisdom, you see. It shares its perspective because it's unconditionally untouchable outside of space and time. It's always not of the world, yet is projecting into it through you, you see. So this part of you will share the wisdom it's gleaned from that perspective of being eternally outside of physical reality, yet capable of projecting into it through you and through the various bodies that you have taken. This part of you, of course, that we're referring to that is untouchable, this is sometimes in different traditions called the Atman. Yes, it is the purest part of you. It is beyond soul. It is beyond spirit. Soul and spirit, these are garments that the Atman wears. Yes, it is your spiritual core, and it will guide you. It is what guides your spirit. It is what guides your soul. It is what guides your body. It is ultimately a fractal of the Atman, the divine spark that exists within the heart of your oversoul. So, welcome to your new timelines. Do not be put off by the apparent chaos that may be present. It's a time of transition. So there will be hiccups, there will be chaos, there will be the polarity. That's to be expected. And even if it was not a timeline shift, remember, you're transitioning from August to September. Even here, those times of transition will yield vibrations that can shake things up. So well done. And we mean that truly. For keep in mind that these changes, there's many ways to react to them. Yes, you chose to react in a conscious way. So we say well done, because that's not always chosen. Some people, when the ground shakes, they'll say the sky's falling, yes, and panic. So the less you panic, the slower you are, and the more appreciative you are, more grateful you are of the gifts you've been given, the more your higher self will give you the insights that help you to navigate whatever the heck you're facing.